Trevor, looks like Ricky Stark's AEW contract is expiring, my guy. Here is the report from Fightful Select. Those that we spoke to say he hasn't been factored into pitches or creative sense, not being on TV, but he remains under contract. We're told that his presence backstage at Full Gear was welcome. Fightful Select has learned via numerous AEW sources that AEW had an option year in spring of 2024 in which they picked up. This extends Ricky to stay into the spring of 2025. Those that we spoke to said that prior to the option being picked up, he was hoping to test the open market. Thus far, we've not learned of any plans involving AEW and Ricky Starks. So, kind of have a timeline here. Seems like, according to this report, Ricky's AEW contract will expire in the summer of 2025. He wanted to test the open market last year. Think he's going to get a chance this year?
I mean, technically, he was at GCW and shot a great promo, actually. I mean, I don't know if this is his idea of testing the open market, but I mean, it looks like he's gearing himself up for that. I mean, why be? This situation kind of reminds me a lot of, and you can attest to this, agree with this, or whatever. When Cody Rhodes wrote that letter to Triple H back in the day and told him pretty much he didn't like the way they were writing him. He didn't like what they were doing on TV. He also was kind of offended the way they were treating him, and that's started his run in TNA, in RH, even in Japan. And I mean, look how it worked out for him.
Yeah, I see some similarities there. I mean, look, you're not going to find two bigger Ricky Starks fans than us, to be honest.
Hell no. No. I mean, except the people in Louisiana, but, they big fans of anybody that does well from their hometown.
But it's cool.
But no, I mean,
yeah,
it's just one of those things. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying he was on the same plateau as Cody Rhodes, because even back then Cody was good. We knew Cody was good. Just that no one else did. But I mean, Ricky does have talent. Ricky is a star, and just like Cody, no one else thought so but him, and he does as well. And I think to test his open market on like GCW or either one of those companies, honestly, like, would be fair to do so. I mean, did you see the pop that he got for GCW?
It was an insane pop. I heard it when I watched the clip. Yeah.
Everyone likes Ricky Starks. I mean, how do you not like Ricky Starks? Like, how do you not like him?
Yeah, you ask some people in AEW.
True.
Because the boy isn't on TV. And look, I mean, he did an interview with Chris Van Vliet. Basically reiterated, like, I don't know why I'm not on TV. I got theories, but can't say anything. Yeah. I mean, like, Trevor, at this point, he's going to WWE. When that contract expires, he's gone. Like, there's no getting him back right now.
Because, and here's the thing: if I was Ricky, I would not want to start the main roster. Put me on NXT. Put me on NXT. Let me wreck shop NXT, because that's the next NXT World Champion. I'm sorry.
I think that's the next NXT champion for like a year. I think Ricky would be honestly dominating NXT for a year. I would
have loved to see him in Uma wrestle. That'd have been a hell of a match. Him and Trick would be a great match.
Yo, he's like, whoop that Trick. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Like,
I could see him being. I mean, he's not as old, of course, and he's not quite as seasoned, but he is seasoned. I could see him doing the same thing LA Knight did when he came to NXT.
Oh man, I think I'm about to shock everyone. I think he'd be bigger than LA Knight.
Oh, I think he could too. I think he can too, and that's saying a lot, because he is one of the most popular superstars on SmackDown besides Roman Reigns. Like, LA Knight has one of the biggest pops in that building.
It's crazy, man. Like, Ricky, AEW fumbled him so bad. It is.
I thought they were doing well with him at first too.
We talked about. I was wrong. Yeah. I remember I came on this show, a couple of years ago, and it was right after he'd cut that promo on MJF, and I was like, oh, this is the guy who's gonna take the belt off MJF. Because he's like, I'm take that responsibility off your plate, little boy. I
Yeah,
was like, he's cooking,
he's
and
cooking. He's doing good.
here we
And
are,
I
and
thought, well,
it's just not the
that
case. He's not doing it, and
yeah,
and like he's gone. Like he should leave too. Like he should want to leave. I would honestly, if Ricky Starks was saying like I'm gonna stick around in AEW, I'd kind of be like, bro, why? Why? They're not gonna book you, right?
no.
They're not putting you on TV. Like, there's no reason for you to stay. You are better off going to NXT. Ricky
Yeah.
Starks is better off being in NXT, being the champion in NXT, and then rocket shipping him to the main roster to have awesome feuds with the likes of Cody Rhodes, who he has history with, and CM
Yep.
Punk, who he has unfinished business with, that will draw money, that will draw interest, that will probably get me to come out to a show if it's in a reasonable distance, right? Like
Well,
that is like that's at the end of the day, I think like just a better path forward from him. Because where does he fit into in AEW at this point? He doesn't. He doesn't.
I mean, here's the thing: if he wrote it right, he could fit into AEW. He could, and actually, he would be great right now. Like if you're trying to build this so-called new army of soldiers to try to get back at John Moxley and and their crew, who else would be better besides him, Darby Allen? You got your people. Like honestly, it would be great, but they don't think like us.
Not this time, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It's a weird situation because he's so talented, and the fact that the idea that they can't find anything to do with him on TV is
I don't believe that.
I don't believe
I
it
don't
either.
believe that at all. I
It's
don't
got to be
believe that.
something deeper, honestly.
You can put him in an international title run quick. You can put him in an international title picture really quick. Him and Takeshita in the ring together. Oh my god. Him and Will Offspring. Oh my Jesus. Like there are wrestlers there that he will cook with. Ricky Starks is marketable. I mean, if you got the look, like he has the look, he has the style, he has the charisma. The only thing that he was a little wonky on at first was the promos, and he's gotten better at that. And he's never really had a problem inside the ring. Like I don't get it.
Yep. Ricky Starks be on SmackDown. I think Ricky could carry NXT same way Roxanne is doing right now. Yep.
Absolutely.